Okay, hello everyone and welcome. Brian just gave us a very nice welcome message. If you're on this video right now and you're seeing this as a recording later, then know that starting next week, Brian told us we're going to be having trainings every single day leading up to July 1st. And that's very, very exciting because July 1st is what? That's when OneMarket Place launches. And the more we do now, the bigger we're going to be in July. Can you imagine? Every single person you bring in now is going to be a pod. And every pod is doing what, Brian? $10? No, it's not 10, is it? Is it
It could be
100?
unlimited,
Oh
depending on
my
how many
God.
personal referrals you have.
We're advertising $10,000 a pod, but that's very tiny. $10,000, that means that the average sale is what? $70? And people are
Give or
going to be
take. Yep.
paid to shop. Why would they stop at 70? Oh my gosh, this is going to be crazy. So we don't want to waste this time between now and July 1st. And as Brian said, my name's Pastor John. I'm a pastor from America, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, but I am an American African. I live here in Kenya, in East Africa, and I work with homeless orphans. And my wife and I minister in different parts of Kenya to orphans that
And he's being very humble. He's actually the founder of Grace Abundance Ministries worldwide. He's being very, very humble.
well, worldwide, yes, because we have members that are worldwide, but our ministry focuses on Kenya and the surrounding countries. Maybe someday Brian's vision will be true, and I hope it is. But right now, we're really focusing on Kenya. And specifically, even though we minister to homeless orphans in 2 or 3 places around Kenya, specifically, we're focusing on Nanyuki now, which is Mount Kenya area. And in Mount Kenya, we are getting ready to, once the funds are there, which CForth is helping with, once the funds are there, we want to open up a school, a boarding school for homeless orphans. So the idea is to have the money to build the school, pay the teachers, not charge the kids any money at all, bring the kids in off the street, and it's a boarding school so they can live there. Kenya's shutting down orphanages. You're not allowed to have orphanages because there's so many scams. People say they're running an orphanage and say to Americans, give me money, give me money, give me money. And it's going to them, not the kids. So we're not going to make an orphanage. We're making a boarding school. They can't shut down a boarding school. We'll bring them into the boarding school. It will be year round. And we're going to teach them not just regular high school education and middle school education. We're going to start teaching them trades. We already have a 5-star Italian chef that's already signed on. He's actually going to be the director of the school. Yes, Dr. Louisa's Italian. She likes that. Yes, a 5-star Italian chef who's a hotel and restaurant manager. You all have seen Chef Ramsay. That's what Riccardo Giuseppe Olivieri does. He goes all around the world. And
Molto bene, Giovanni.
he takes restaurants and elevates them to 5-star or teaches them how to keep their stars. And he does the same with hotels. He's going to give all that up and retire from it and run our school that's going to be called Street Flowers Academy. And he's also going to run the culinary department. So these kids are going to get off the street and learn to be 5-star chefs. Then we have other people that are already planning to come on and help with carpentry or being an electrician. We have another company in America that wants to actually help us build the school and make it net zero for energy. And they want to supply teachers to teach an electrical program. Everything's lining up. All we need is the money to buy the land and then to start the building. And
every one of you on here, what's great about that is John is using CForth and OneMarket Place as the vehicle to make these goals and visions become reality by manifesting it through our simplistic system of teaching, training, educating, motivating, and showing people this great opportunity.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you, Brian.
You're
so
welcome.
I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our first executive that's ever going to be in Kenya and Africa, Mr. John Kelch. He's on his way. So I'm super excited for you all to meet him, but we're going to jump right into the back office. But before we do that, I want to have gold executive and silver executive Bob Shantz and Gail Bango just come on and say hello too, because they are absolutely growing a team incredibly rapidly. I mean, they're one of the fastest growing teams in our our Global Empire Dream Team every single day. They've got stuff happening, but I just want them to come on and say they're going to also participate in the back office training. So, Bob, Gail, come on, say a couple words.
Greetings, everyone. Good to see you on the call, all the guests on the call, and all the new members and existing members. We'd like to welcome you to the call. What we're doing here, like Brian said, was we're moving this business, and we're a team with Brian and all of us. We are a team, and this is the key. 2 and 3 are gathered together, right? This is a team. Just think we have, man, with all the people on the call right now, just 22 on an early morning call. When 22 people are gathered together on the same wavelength, same energy, same frequency, it grows at an exponential rate. And this is why we're going to be doing this twice a day. Thank you, Brian.
Awesome. And I want them to, and for those of you who don't know Bob, I'm going to tell a little bit about Bob, and then Gail's going to talk. Bob is a Marine. He's also a former professional Bronco rider. Gail is a licensed dietitian and nutritionist, but I just want her to come on. So she was very reluctant initially when she first learned about the products, but once she has used these products, now she's a huge advocate. She loves the process. She loves the business opportunity. She loves helping people. So I want you guys to hear from Gail Bango, Silver Executive.
Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to the call, the Zoom today. And it's a pleasure just to have you all here learning about this wonderful potential and just also experiencing the benefits of all the different products. And yes, it's just, everybody should have a nice experience with this. For me, I had tinnitus for a long time, and when I started taking the acai, it came down exponentially to a very low volume and low just kind of ringing in the ears. It turned down a lot, and then I had some issues with my knees, which are all now cleared up, and sleeping better, more energy in the afternoon. I carry it with me when I travel. I had actually pulled a leg muscle in my leg one time when I couldn't walk, and I took the acai, and the next day felt a lot of relief. And within a week, it was gone when it was something that would have lingered for over a month. So the acai is a very powerful anti-inflammatory that you should just even travel with. And it's got a really good nutritional profile on it. So anyway, welcome everybody. And Brian's going to do a little back office training so that you can learn more about your back office and how to utilize that to your benefit, and send out links, and I'll let you take it from there, Brian.
Awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about 4 topics. The first topic is going to be this week's 21 days of 21 deals, just to highlight them so all of you will know. The second thing is, many of you have been asking me, what is this placement tool? How does this placement tool work? Well, I'm going to show the placement tool, and then I'm going to let Bob, Gail, and Pastor John, you guys can decide on each of you pick another topic, and I'll go in and cover that. I'm going to take, it's 12 after right now. I want to try to get all this done in the next 20 to 25 minutes for you. And then we'll open it up for some Q&A, and myself, Pastor John, Gail, and Bob will answer questions. Sound fair to everybody? Sound good? Awesome. We're going to jump right in. So I'm going to go right to CForth, jump right in the back of this. But the first thing I want to talk about, you guys see I already had the placement set up, but I'm going to go to the dashboard because I want to talk about the 21-day promo. Right now, you have 21 days. This is the second week of the 21 days, and I want to show you what is available right now. These are going to be this week, and these deals, ladies and gentlemen, this is week 2. We're doing this for 3 consecutive weeks. CForth's Daily Deals campaign is actually underway. Now, I don't care where you reside in the world. If you have the opportunity, you want to take advantage of these, and you're on the other side of the pond, make sure you let me know after this call, and I'll get the orders placed, and we'll ship them to Kenya and South Africa and Nigeria, because I know some of you already want to take advantage of this. I've already shipped some PFPB over to South Africa. Dr. Stefan, I don't know if you've received it yet, but it's en route. But today and today only, and I about fell off my chair when I saw this one. I'm taking PFPB every single day, $98 a tub, which is 10 in 1. But today, you get that 45% off. They're doing 2 tubs for $135 for one of the next 24 hours. That, in my opinion, is an absolute grand slam opportunity. Tomorrow, which is May 13th, you're hearing everybody talk about how great the Acai Plus is with aches and pains and health-related issues. They're going to have a combo for that. We'll get to see that tomorrow. Then on May 14th, Evernova, you ladies, and even you guys, I'm using the Evernova skincare now. It's pretty good. They're having a special on that. NutriGrove, which is the nighttime spray. May 16th, they're going to have the special CBD. If those of you that have dogs and pets and love your pets, now you can get something special for your pets. Saving on that. And I've already been on the call this morning with Bob. People already talking about Ecotech, which is our blaze for your gas additive. Those of you who want to take advantage of that, that will increase your gas mileage in your automobiles, whether it's any type of combustible engine. You can put that in your boats. You can put that in your tractors, your lawnmowers, your buses, your cars, your trucks. You'll increase your gas mileage up to 30%. It'll reduce your emissions, reduce the combustion on your engine. Absolutely a phenomenal product. And then Thrive Tape. Thrive Tape is, I absolutely love it. You just wrap it around. It's infrared. If you're in Canada, that doesn't ship to Canada, but all you Canadian affiliates, let me know. I'll place an order in my daughter's account here, and I'll mail it right up to you because I want you all to try that. All the Canadians customers can access the previous day's deal for 48 hours. So you guys are going to get a chance to get a little bit of extra time to see what daily deal is during campaign. Just check out the Facebook pages or CForth's updated day-to-day pages. I love that they're doing this. Many of us, and I know Bob has a lot of shoppers. I have a lot of shoppers. If you're recommending people and they're just a shopper, your shoppers are eligible to take advantage of this. And what's great, the second they acquire any of these promos, you get instant commissions in your back office. 2 tubs is about $60 to $70 in commissions. That's a nice little commission for you. What if you do that 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 times? You have, like me, I have 32 shoppers. If all 32 shoppers took advantage of that and got 1 tub or 2 tubs, that's a nice little bonus. Not counting your affiliates, not counting your Voyager Premier members, not counting your Basic Premier members, not counting your Business Premier members, not counting the Ultimate Premier members. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's there for each and every single one of you. This promo is awesome. Those of you that live in the United States, absolutely go into your back office, take advantage of it because, again, it's a 24-hour opportunity. Tomorrow it's over, period. No ands, ifs, or buts. You don't get a chance to get it again. Each day is 24 hours that you can take advantage of. So if you have members, partners, customers that want to take advantages, make sure you share that to them and let them know. Let them know. That's the first thing I want to talk about. The next thing I want to talk about is I want to go into the placement tool. Let me get back into that component of the business. There we go. Go to marketing. So you log on, you go to marketing, you say your back office, and everybody make sure when you're in your back office, you have your invite code. If you haven't changed your invite code, the company will create a generic invite code for each and every one of you. When you go to your dashboard right beside it, and I'll show you a moment after we're done, make sure you make that unique invite code that's unique to you. As you know, mine is the Rockstar. That's what I put. But I want to talk about the placement tool because everybody's been asking me about the placement tool and the weekly update Zoom calls. Every call is right here. If you want to see it, we're going to add South Africa time. I'm going to make sure they get that added on there so you guys will know. I know for South Africa, our weekly update call is when you're generally sleeping, but there's a handful of you that might be up. But every single call is recorded, so you can always watch it right back over here under videos. Everything we do corporate-wise is recorded. So if you're someone that is relatively new and you live in Nigeria, South Africa, or around the globe, this is where you can see that. But let's go into the placement tool because I'm very, very excited about the placement tool. The placement tool is for those of us who are influencers, connectors, builders who want to actually help build volume and income under our team members. What this tool does, it allows you place any personal referral. Remember, you get the fast start bonus, but you can take that and place under anybody. So for example, I'm going to do this one as an example, the winners. Bob, what's your username? I'll just so I can show them.
Well, let's see. Mine, I'll
Or
give you
actually-
mine. I know what mine is. Mine is GMBAINGO.
So I would click this here and it generates a link. I'm going to show you two things. Then I copy this, I copy it, and I send it out to the referral. And I'm going to show you what happens when it's sent out to a referral. I send it to a referral. And that referral is going to get this. It's going to say, congratulations, Brian, because I'm the sponsor, or it could be Gail, it could be Bob, it could be Dr. Stefan, it could be anyone, has offered you a great starting position. Take this offer. So they go in and they get registered. It won't let me register anybody, obviously, because I have CForth already logged on, but that person would go at the registration page. They would get registered, get set up as a premier member, but I'm placing that person directly under Gail. Wherever Gail's next open position is, it's going to fall in her team. I'm working with that person on a day-to-day basis. Whatever that team member happens to do, growth-wise, business-wise, that's going to be in Gail's matrix. Now she can also generate additional income from every single referral. The placement tool is very, very cool, and there's two ways you can do it. Somebody asked me, hey, I have somebody that went inactive. They just don't want to participate anymore. So I go over here to click replace an inactive person. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a great recruiter. I'm a master recruiter. Even Mr. Brian Cromley has people that have dropped out, or in this case, Julie Brandt, she passed away, which is one of my great friends. I could click on any of their names, generate the link. When I come down and that link's generated, that person that was in that position, I go register the person, they automatically take their position. And in some cases, even that inactive person, because they haven't been paying attention to the growth of the business, might already have a matrix team built in. This new referral walks right into potential income, right into a potential team, and they're direct to me, but I'm placing that business under somebody else. So many of you will start to use this as you're starting to grow your business. It's a great, great, great tool. You're the recommender, but when you place them, that person is being placed in somebody's team, but when they move over to OneMarket Place, they're still your pod. That's a direct pod for you. Does everyone understand that? Any comments from Pastor John, Bob, or Gail on the placement tool? You guys are more than welcome to interject.
It's very exciting, Brian. I didn't understand how that works, so thank you.
Awesome. And for those of you, and like Pastor John, and those of you over in South Africa, this is really cool because this is how we can help create automatic international businesses for you guys. Because if you're building the business and we decide, hey, you know what, you're doing a great job, I want to throw a bone your way, here, place somebody under you. That American or North American referral that we work with here on a day-to-day basis is exploding not only your income, but your business over there also. So this works back and forth, hand in hand, hand in hand. This is how we can build a worldwide international business for each and every single one of you. Mr. Shantz, anything you want to say?
Hey, Brian?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to go over a couple things. Thank you very much for this concept because it really does work. I had one person that dropped out on my for the first three I brought in. One of them dropped out. So I went ahead and I want to replace the new person right into them, and they're a go-getter. So it works out great.
And that go-getter probably walked into already a built-in team.
That's right. Yes.
So that's awesome. Now, Pastor John, Bob, and Gail, each of you get to pick a topic, and I'm going to go into it.
Yeah, I mean, I like to pick up the topic of the importance of going to bronze, silver, gold for the points status
Okay.
and how we get paid on both, and the importance of being a silver, at least coming in as a silver or gold or so forth before this next launch of the OneMarket Place. So that way there we can just go jump right over everybody and just be on the very top. This is really
Okay, his topic he wants me to talk about is the importance of rank advancement and what does that mean for you as a premier member in OneMarket Place. First, you log into your back office, CForth.com, then you click on marketing, then you come to downloads. Once you're in downloads, you can come right down. There's a whole bunch of things to see. You'll see the 10 ways to earn, but he wants me to talk about rank and rewards. This is what's very, very cool. And now, just so you guys know, the rank and rewards are going to be adjusted. These volumes are incorrect. I'll give you the correct volumes. So when you first get started, you're a premier member. You register your first premier member and your second premier, your first two premier members. The first goal, the first target is to be an owner. You get started as a premier, you recommend two premiers, you're now an owner. Now you want to help. The second you recommend your third premier member, you instantly give yourself an additional income stream. That allows you to earn in the 20-10-10 qualifying bonus, which I'll go into that on our next training. That is where you can earn 20% check match on all your first level referrals, 10% check match on second level, 10% check match on third level on your with 3 referrals. That is automatically retroactive back to the very first member. So that is a nice little bonus in itself. It starts off a little bit slow, but as those members that you're recommending are earning checks, if in this example, if you had 3 members and it was just the 3 and they were all getting about $1,000 a month in income, an extra 20% would be 200 times 3. That's an extra $600 a month just from this right here. But that is unlimited. Then you go to the owner ranks. Then you help those people become owners. You want to learn to master owner and owner maker. Your first member that you brought in, you help them get there too. That makes you a first star owner maker. Your second, you help them do the same. You're a 2-star owner maker. And then once you've done that with your third, and there's 1,500 in volume total, 750 from max that you can count per line, which you've got 3, 1,500 in volume, you are now a bronze. Instantly, as a bronze member, you're going to get a $200 one-time bonus for achieving bronze. But the next rank, which is silver, minimum 2 owners. You can have as many owners as you want, but 2 is the magic. You see, it says 2,250 per leg, 4,500 in volume. Just so you know, that has been adjusted. It's 3,000. 1,500 per leg. So as soon as you have 3,000 in volume, we will be updating the PDF. 3,000 in volume, you are a new silver. Why is that important, ladies and gentlemen? In OneMarket Place, we will have 20, 30, 40, 50,000 affiliates. They're all time-stamped. Anyone that registers as a premier member automatically leapfrogs those premier members. But if you hit a rank that's silver and above, and you have 19 days left in this month to do it, or a full 30 days next month to do it. If you hit silver, before what happens is you got affiliates, premier members, 800 members, founding members. You get to leapfrog all those folks, and you're as close to the center of the circles in OneMarket Place. Imagine what that can do for you. Imagine if you hit a rank, when you hit a rank, those of you that are excited about hitting ranks, and you hit a rank and you leapfrog affiliates, premier members, 800 members, the founding members, just like Bob, Gail, and myself. There's people that started back in 2022. We've leapfrogged all of them because the 3 of us has hit a rank. So we're going to be in the first 3 or 4 or 5 rings. Come join us when, and all of our pods potentially on day 1, we don't know, but potentially might be filled. Maybe they're 3/4 filled. Maybe they're half. I don't care if they were 1/10 filled. It's already started. So this is very unique. Gold is 7,000 in volume. and you can count 3,500 per line. Must have at least 2 owners. Now you're not only are you sharing in OneMarket Place and leapfrogging, but you get to share in the worldwide turnover pool in the gold. You also get to share in the silver pool. So any of you that hit silver this month and next month, you're going to share in the first worldwide turnover pool. But what if you hit silver this month? This month, you're going to get the $200 bonus as a bronze. You're going to share in the worldwide turnover as a silver. What if you hit gold? And it's all in the same month. You're going to get the $200 bonus. You're going to share in the worldwide turnover silver pool and the worldwide turnover gold pool. What if you hit sapphire? Sapphire is 15,000 in volume, 7,500 per line. If you do that this month or next month, you would get a $200 bonus for hitting bronze. You would share in 3 of the worldwide turnover pools. That's all up and above the other 10 ways of earning income just from CForth. But you're time stamped with all your affiliates and all your premier members in OneMarket Place. So what is the importance of hitting those next few ranks? That allows you to leapfrog all the affiliates, which you're going to do as a premier member anyways, but now you can leapfrog the founding members and the 800 members. I love knowing that Bob and Gail each has catapulted thousands and thousands of people that came before us because we went out and did the work. We're doers. We took the action, the activity, and went out and produced. Now it's going to benefit us. Each and every one of you have that same opportunity. Would you two or Pastor John like to say anything regarding this?
I have something to say real quick. If you
Yes,
could
ma'am.
go to the dashboard and show people the where their volume accumulates and just kind of show them how that works. And you can also see it on the matrix. You can see the previous month's numbers. But
Okay,
I think
so you want me to go to the progress report?
I want you to go, well, also to your progress reports.
So you come on the dashboard.
And then show them down below, because down below it shows your numbers. So go ahead and your volume a little bit further. It shows the current volume.
Yep.
Okay. So it shows you last month and current volume. And so you've got your personals on line 1. That gets added to the group. And then that comes to your total. So your total last month was 10,312 in volume. And right now, it just gives you the current month. It's 5,218. So this is how you can see your total volume for each month. So right now, Brian has 5,218. Also, show them the progress report because it shows it there.
I will,
also.
but I want to trigger. You just triggered something for me. One of the things I do, ladies and gentlemen, is I break every month down by 30 days. I don't care if there's 31 days in it, 29, but I break it down in 10-day increments. And like my goal this month is to hit Ruby. Ruby's Emerald. Yeah, Ruby's what I want to hit. That's 25,000 in volume total. But what I've done and what I do is I take that 25,000 and I divide it by 3. Why? You're going to ask me, why do I divide it by 3? That's every 10 days. So my target every 10 days is to hit 8,333 in group volume. If I happen to hit that target 3 months in a row or 3 weeks in a row, I not 3 weeks in a row, but every 10 days, I automatically will hit the target. So if you're working towards silver or gold is 7,000, you divide it by 3, that's 2,300 in volume every 10 days. You're going to hit gold. If you're striving for silver or even bronze, let's just do bronze, divide by 3, that's 500 in volume. If you break your month down by 10-day increments, it simplifies it. And this is just what I'm doing for me strategy, but here's what I want to show you too. If you look at the 20-10-10, this is how many on the right, 22 plus 48 plus 39, that's potential check matches monthly. But to go back up to what she was talking about, the progress, you come over here to where it says progress. This is how you can tell where you are for the month towards each and every goal. Everything is real time. So right now to hit gold, I'm already a silver for the month. So 1,781 in volume to hit silver. 7,000 volume is needed. That takes you to gold. As soon as gold's achieved, that automatically goes to sapphire. But it tells you the max volume per leg. But if you scroll down, you can actually look at your matrix. I'm going to show you this just so you guys can see. 5,218. It tells you where all the volume's coming from. And then if I want to see how many people are in my actual matrix, I click there. I've already filled up level one, lines 1, 2, and 3, 83% on 4, 41% on 5. That's 281 total active members, 663 total in the matrix. And that's from global people that I don't even know, but I'm only focused on the active members. But that shows you right there. So it doesn't take a whole lot. Even with just 280 people, I'm going to show this to you guys just so you can see what many of us has been in companies, and it's taken thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people to generate any kind of good profitability. This is just a small amount. Look, almost 27K already withdrawn. There's 581 pending. $3 is available. As soon as it goes, $20 or more is available, I click the button and I send the money to the bank account. But you can see what's already been withdrawn. That's just on a small amount of members. So you can see how potentially this can grow to be really, really big. Any questions on the progress and what you wanted, Bob? Anything else? Pastor John, anything from you?
Yes, Brian, I would like you to, if you could, please. I've got some members that can't afford to be Premier yet. They can only afford to be affiliates. In Africa, that's more of a problem. So could you give them a plan? How can they earn as an affiliate? And what's the best plan to be able to get ahead and move into Premier and then the ranks?
Super, super easy. Get started as an affiliate, because every single affiliate that you recommend, doesn't matter how many you recommend and how many they recommend and how many they recommend, you will earn 50 cents per person, per member, per month. So for example, the magic is to get them to Premier member so they can leapfrog all the affiliates. What they need in Africa is to be on the Voyager Premier membership, which is $59.
Right.
So as they're referring, everyone that they personally recommend, they're going to earn 50 cents per month per member. So 50 affiliates, that's $25 a month. 100 affiliates, that's $50 a month. 120 affiliates, that's $60 a month. That covers their Premier membership. But here's what else they get. Because they're recommending other affiliates, they also get the 20, 10, 10 also. So everyone that they recommend who's recommending other affiliates, they get a 20% bonus. Everyone they recommend is 10% and 10%. So even as a $9.99 affiliate member, they still can earn 20, 10, 10. Plus, if they recommend to anybody else that is shoppers in the US or North America where they're buying product, they recommend one shopper in the US that gets one tub and one bag of acai. That's going to be almost $70 in commission. There's their Premier membership upgrade.
Very good. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. Bob, Gail, anything you guys want to say on that? And then we'll go to the last topic, and then because I want to, then we'll finish it up and respect everyone's time.
No, I really appreciate, you explaining, where the points are located so that people can keep track of that on theirs. And I guess the thing to maybe add to this right now is for those who can get in with a welcome package is, maybe show them where to find the subscription welcome package on the marketing and how the
why don't you do that, Gail? Because you love doing that. You're super good at that. You're a co-host. You go ahead.
Okay, I'm not logged in. If you could pull it up, then Drive, I can talk about it, but I don't have it pulled up on my.
You're the teacher. Tell me where to go.
Okay, you're gonna go to marketing.
Marketing. Pay attention, everybody. She's walking you exactly how to do this.
Okay, you're gonna go to downloads. And then the second one down is your subscription welcome packet. And these are really good to just send to people. You can send these and help, train folks. So I send it to them all the time. And so the welcome package, this is where you can get a lot of bang for your buck for those in areas that can, get people in. It's nice to get the ultimate pack because you get a little bit of everything and then you have some to share with people. So, and you get the DC is 220 points. So you're really, upping your ability to get to that bronze or silver or gold level. And the next best one is the business package where you're getting a PFPB canister. But this is really nice because it tells you the amount, the price for the different packages, and it tells you the amount of DC points that you're going to get. And then on the green part there, it tells you the fast track that you get for the five levels deep. So this is also
And ladies and gentlemen, she just gave you a hidden golden nugget. Fast track is on every single personal referral through 5 levels. You can get a fast track bonus, which is instant real time.
right. So if somebody like on your second level signs someone up in the ultimate package, they're going to get the 140, but you're going to get a $50 bonus. And if let's say somebody on your level 3 gets somebody signed up, then you'll get $5. So you're going to make money 5 levels deep on this fast track. So that's a really good thing to know. And then basically, then you could go down to the subscriptions. If you want to scroll down a little more, Brian, and it goes into the amount that each subscription is and the points that you get for the subscription. So this is a great tool to hand to people that are signing up, and just so that they can see what packages are available and the points that they can get, just so you can kind of help drive that volume to get to your bronze, your silver, or your gold status. So
And at the very bottom is the Voyager Unlimited for 59, which everybody outside of North America can get started as a premier member.
and you get 30 points, volume points for that.
And also, everyone, the key point is this. If somebody comes in and they want to get in at the 440 package, they ask you about it, let them know that you'll get over $400 worth of product when you do that package. But not only that, but you're receiving 220. Some people I've talked to, and this is really big, this needs to be really mentioned on the call today, is so many people came in as the premium at $9.99 and $99. The key is once you go into that package, that's the package you're in. Now, what I do when I'm bringing somebody in personally, I let them know about the ultimate package. I let them know about the 234 package, and I let them know about the $99 package and what is the difference. This is key, guys, key. Now, people come in and they say, well, I want to upgrade to, I'm a premium. I came in as a premium. I want to upgrade to 234. Well, you're already a premium. Once you're at $99, that's where you're at, and which is a great package. Don't get me wrong. You're still getting everything that everybody else is getting as far as being paid, except for this. See, now we're going to go over this. Here's the ultimate. Can we scroll down where the ultimate package is, Brian, please?
Which way? This way? Up
Right
or
there.
down?
Perfect. Thank you. You have the premium member and you have the ultimate member. You have them at, now look at the difference between the DC. Well, that's the subscription packages.
You want to go right there? There we go.
Yes, right up to the top. Thank you much. Right there. Everybody will see it says ultimate package. Look at you get $400. You're paying $444, $49, but you're getting over $400 just worth of products. And what I do, this is what I like when I got in and when Brian got in, I take that product and I give that product and I give acai out. I'll have the shaker out and let people drink the product. And it gives you so much product. And by doing that, you're getting $220, 220 points. Now picture the difference between premium package. If you could go down there and show everybody real quick, Brian. On the premium package, what are you doing? You're getting
the 99 value.
The 99 values, pardon me, excuse me. On the 99 premium, there it is. 99 premium.
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit
Brian.
more, Brian.
The value pack.
Yep, the
Keep
value
keep
pack.
going
Right there. Now, as you'll see on the bottom, it says value pack $99, which is a great package. But what you're getting one product, whether it's an acai or a perfect food for the perfect body, you're getting that with it. That's a great. But now, look at the difference between the DC. Everybody look at the DC 45 at the bottom of the, right there. See, instead of getting 220 points, you're receiving 45. You want to get to the top real quick, let everybody know about the big package. And this is what I did. I brought in 11 people in 2 weeks and I became gold in 2 weeks. That was fast because I brought them all in the 440 package. I let them know you can use this as a leverage to get yourself up to faster to bronze, silver, gold, and ruby. And this is a key. If you guys want to do that, if people just come in, this is key, guys. If somebody says, all I can afford is 99, perfect. Get them in that 99 package. They're still going to have a pod. They're still going to make a ton of money. And even they're still going to do great because everybody that buys a product underneath them in the CForth side, they're still going to make money and still have a home run. But the key difference is this. The Grand Slam home run, that's Grand Slam, that's better than a home run, is anybody that's in a 234 and a 44 package coming underneath you. That's a that's the Grand Slam out of the park. Anybody come in with the 234 is an absolute home run. Anybody coming in with the premium package is also a home run. But that's the difference. If you want to get to the top real quick, I have people, I had to bring this up, Brian, specifically because one reason, I have a lot of people calling me and they say, well, I'm in the premium package. I didn't know about the 234, the 449, I'd have got in that. But it's too late because once you come into the $99 package, then that's it. But even though you're in a $99 package, which is key, is you can bring somebody in and let them know about that 234 and 449. When they come in, you're going to get 220 points and they're going to get all that bonus themselves. So that I just wanted to share with that.
And another thing, if I'm someone that's a $59 Premier member in South Africa and I sponsor an Ultimate, that's $145 US commission instantly. If I sponsor a business, that's $80 commission instantly. If I have people that I recommend that do that, that's a $60 and $80 override bonus instantly. Now,
Right.
and I want to share one thing before I forget, and then back over to you guys. For those of you that's in South Africa with the $30 Premier, you can break that down by 3,000 in volume. That's 100 collective referrals in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, in your teams, and that automatically bumps you to bronze. So you can hit bronze super easy with that, and that doesn't include anything you do outside of South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria in the U.S. So we've got this set up so good that it structures for everybody. Back over to you, Bob and Gail.
Anyway, that was great. Thanks a lot for that insight too. But for people that are, like I said, that are coming into the premium, if you can just show people that, I believe that's very important. And even those that are in the package, look at Danny. He's already him and they just started this just 3 weeks ago, and they're already almost to bronze already. I know they're going to get to gold already just with the premium package. But I'm just using that scenario on the 449, so everybody at least has clarity, and there won't be anybody saying, "Well, if I'd have known this, I'd have got into a bigger package." All right, I'm going to go ahead and let Gail talk.
Well, let's see if Pastor John has anything he wants to any comments on it also.
No, I'm good, Brian. Thank you.
Okay. One more topic, and then we're going to call it an evening and a day. Anyone have a topic?
While we're on this whole area in the marketing, how about pulling up the go to marketing and pull up the one that says 10 ways to earn PDF. I know you've talked about it, but just so that they know there's a visual in the back office that they can share with their team members to kind of
And-
explain the owner maker income and that kind of concept.
That's a great slide. And Gail, you know what? That every single one of us, it doesn't matter how you start as a premier member, you're eligible for all 10 ways of earning. If you're a $9.99 affiliate that's going to jump over to OneMarket Place at $14.95, $9.99 members can earn the first 3 ways: retail profit, affiliate income, and the 20-10-10 bonus. So even these 3 ways of earning is massive, massive, massive. But if you are a premier member, you go from 3 ways of earning to all 10. And
Thank you, Brian.
and I saw that Dan has a question, so I think we can open. We got 10 minutes left for the hour. We can do some Q&A if you want. So I think it's time we let a few folks ask some questions.
Yeah,
Dan Cartel, say where you're from and how long you've been in the program.
well, today is my 30th day. I've got 12 pods and over 32 people in my group. And I should be bronze, maybe silver, gold by the end of the month. So
Awesome. Awesome. That's a great
I have
start,
two
buddy.
of my people on here, and I'm just going to speak for Raymond. Chris, he came in yesterday, and he has a question, and he can raise his own hand as well. He likes to use landing pages. I personally don't, but he does. Maybe if Gail or you could go over that a little bit, or at the next Zoom, that's up to you.
I'm gonna let Gail decide on this one.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead and go to your marketing page again and go to landing pages. Click on
Let me
that.
back up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right
back up.
Yeah.
Go to
Okay.
marketing.
Yep. Okay, now you're automatically on all the landing pages right here. And if you're promoting the OneMarket Place, you can just click that copy URL and it's on your clipboard. And then you can go to your email, or if you can access your texting from your laptop. I like to do all this on my phone. And so then you just plop that URL into a text or an email, type what you want to say. And then if you view the page, Brian, you can show them when you text the URL, this is the page that's going to show up. Okay, so then they can watch the video. If you scroll down, they can just see what comes on that landing page.
And it's also in French and Spanish if you have anybody that you want to present this to in Spanish or French.
So
And you're that person, that invite code will be your personal
correct.
invite. So
100%. Yes, absolutely. That's tagged to you. So if you just scroll down so they can see the whole view, this is everything that they get. And then if they want to sign up, they just click that red lock in my position. Now, you can't.
No, it won't because I'm already in this.
Yeah, you're already logged in. So you have to, that has to be opened up on a new browser. And when you send the link, it opens up to your that opens up to your landing page. So now if you want to hit the back button real quick, Brian.
The back button.
Just to go back to marketing. Yeah, okay. So now there's landing pages for the CForth opportunity. Just keep scrolling down. There's the affiliate member. You have a landing page for that. You have a landing page for PFPB. And then you have a landing page if somebody wants to get into the Travelology. That's going to be a great thing to get into. You have a landing page for acai. And all of these are linked back to your invite code. And when they sign up, they're
Correct.
directly underneath you. But I just want everybody to see that we have landing pages for a lot of the products that we have. So you can target individuals based on what their interest is. And right now we're doing a lot of promoting for the OneMarket Place. So that's kind of what we're focusing on. But You know, maybe somebody's interested in the PFPB, you can send them that landing page, and just so everybody knows, go back up to the PFPB.
And I want to interject a lot of you over in South Africa, you'll see that the Blaze is coming up as a special. You're all driving vehicles, Kenya, Nigeria, and the PFP and the Acai have the special promos this week. Make sure you reach out to me if you want to get some of that, and I'll get it sent over to you.
So if you go, here's the key though, is like go to the PFPB. Let's see. Now at the top of each one of the landing pages, it says view page. So that way you can see what you're sending when you copy that link and send it to somebody. So when you send them the PFPB link, this is all the information they get. And it's a beautiful landing page that CForth makes for you.
And there's a great video of PFPB too, and how it was created and formulated, and
Yeah.
what I taught with Mark
There's
CForth.
and there's a science too. If you want to go down just a little bit more, let's go down a little bit more. It says there's Kevin. There's Kevin. That's great. There's Dr. Higgins.
Keep
But
going.
right down below,
Keep
right
going.
down below here
Keep
is really
going.
important.
Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going.
keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep. This is the one I like to send to people.
Yeah,
Keep going. Keep going. More. And there it is. Stop.
See this right here? It says science.
Click the science.
Click the science, and if anybody wants to know what's in it and everything, this is really key. It's so powerful. This is all natural. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Everything is natural, and it tells you what's behind the weight loss, what the products is, and what's behind cardio health. What saved Mark's life was this right here. Right here. He put this formula together, and now he has a heart of a 20-year-old. He's 75 years old, and he looks in his 40s. This here is a muscle strength. Powerful. I love it. I go to the gym all the time. I love this PFPB. You talk about energy. Look at the ingredients on that. So beautiful. Everything is clean in here. Now, there's the science of endurance and recovery.
Keep going.
And then you keep going. It tells you the 10-to-1 product. This is gut health. The first week, I cleaned out my gut. I was like amazed. And I went to the gym. I told everybody in the gym, I had like about 8 or 9 people in this gym signed up for this PFPB. And they called. And when I saw them 2-3 days later after they got the product, they go, Bob, you're right. It cleans you out. We were all laughing. But anyway, the science behind cholesterol and blood sugar, all this stuff, cognitive health, your clarity.
Think how many people need cognitive health?
Everybody.
Yeah, so this product has 10 products in one, and so this goes over each of the different areas it affects and the ingredients that help with that. And at the very last page is the ingredient list that goes into everything that's in there. So if you just scroll all the way to the bottom, there's the ingredient list that people can read and look what's in the product. So I just, it's kind of nice to know that each of these landing pages, you can view it when you send the URL and know what is on it that everybody's going to get. So
yeah, because the first question people ask is what's in the product. You can just show it to them. What's in the RC? Just show it to them. It's a great video, 4-minute video. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Brian. That was awesome.
Let's open up for the next 3 minutes. Any questions, comments from anyone? Pastor John, Bob, Gail, or anybody else that has any questions? We have 3 more minutes, and then we're going to close out the meeting.
Or maybe a product testimonial. Somebody that's using a product want to give a testimony?
Well,
let's have somebody new share it. Why don't Dan share his? Because he's relatively new.
You want me to share my testimonial?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, take 2 acai in the morning with whatever you drink. Water. I drink 2 cups of coffee, and you're set for the day. No pain. I hum like a hummingbird the rest of the day.
Dan, what kind of ailments did you have prior to starting acai that you noticed?
I had a knee replacement, and it's affected my hip, because it ended up as a short imbalance. It is what it is. Maybe it's arthritis. I don't know, but it's gone. I mean, it's instant. And everyone that I've given it to, Clarence gave a good one the other day, my friend. He had arthritis for years. Within minutes, his pain was gone. I've also lost weight on a perfect body, perfect food, The Blaze tablets, everyone, you got to get some. I'm getting 100 miles more per tank on my truck, and
That is
that's
awesome.
that is that alone is amazing. But anyway, I was on a lot of supplements, so I added them all up. I'm actually saving probably $150 a month just by combining everything into perfect body, perfect food. I feel great. That's why I'm signing so many people up. And I got my story. Anybody wants to share my story, if they don't have one, call me, email me, text me. Folks, this is great. So I have my goal was to get at least 10 um, pods in 30 days. I exceeded that. Now my goal is to help all my team members who want to get their 10, and so on and so on. So here we go.
Great
And
goal,
you guys
man.
have been great.
Welcome,
I
welcome.
can do
Congratulations.
a three-way with Bob, which I do almost every day, and you and
Hey, I think you're doing a three-way with me too almost every day, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. We didn't forget you. Don't worry. You'll be in Ohio very soon.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Dan. Awesome testimony.
And
And
Great job.
everybody on the call,
I mean, this is just not buying product. Everybody goes, "Oh, I don't want to buy any more product." Well, if your deal isn't product, then look at OneMarket Place. I mean, I sent out a chart, that chart at 1 to 10, and I have it all over my house now. And I see that multiple times a day. I tell you, print that thing out, put it where you can see it, and just pick whatever you want to make per month. I'm unlimited now. So
And you know what? I know what I'm going to close this with. That triggered something. And
Super
Gail, you're
Bowl.
going to know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys how you can get an idea of where you are in OneMarket Place. All right, this is a little trick for. So as you start to advance up, you're going to click on progress. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the secret so you can follow yourself right up the progress chart. You come here to view ranks and page, and you click all ranks. So if today was the beginning of OneMarket Place, we know Mr. Brighart's going to have one of the top spots. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm number 6 on this in the system. 2, 4. That means potentially I could be on the second line because I've advanced in rank. But oh my God, look who else is there. There's Bob. There's Gail. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand. You could be down here at the just getting started with, and these are all rank advancers and people who are got 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, but you get to leapfrog all these people. Would you rather you be in their pod, or do you want to leapfrog and have them in your pods? I don't know about y'all, but I want to leapfrog, 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 leapfrog.
hey, hey Brian,
Yes, sir.
one last thing. I've withdrawn now in 30 days 3 times. So my product is paid for 3 times over. But
Amazing.
right now I'm in the helping my team mode. So take advantage of everything you see here, guys and gals, because it's amazing. I've never
Awesome.
ever been in any company that helps so much. I can just get on the call or phone any day, call Brian, call Bob, call Gail, anyone, and they're available. So thank
you
you. Thank
know,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Thank
Way
you
to
for your
go.
testimonial.
Yep. And everybody on the call that are new or they want to build their organization, a great way to do this is just get people on the call. If you have a
Yep.
friend, put them on this call. Even if you never sent them to anything, even if you never sent them a email or a text, or just put them on this call, because I'll tell you what, 99.9% of all the people I ever have into this business right now came because of this call, these calls.
Awesome.
They
And
just
we're and
come
we're
right
and
up.
guess what? We're going to do a presentation tomorrow, and then starting next week,
Every day.
John will participate where he can because I know he's very busy with his ministry. But Bob and Gail and I, twice a day, for all you across the pond, it'll be at 1 o'clock every day. and 9 p.m. for those of us in North America. But what I would recommend is learn how to lead people from the 9 o'clock p.m. call, the 1 o'clock call, from the 1 o'clock call to the 9 o'clock call, and duplicate that because we're going to have 19 plus, well, 40. If we do that 49 days and each of you added one person every single day, and that duplicated every single day, how big is your business going to be? How big is your finances going to be? How big
That's
is your
like getting a penny a day.
Correct. And then we all launch right into OneMarket Place, and we open up a whole new profit center for everyone. And those of you that are part of the Grace Abundance Ministries, imagine what that's going to do for Grace Abundance. It's going to be life changing for a lot of folks, a lot of kids. Same thing with Alicia over in Nigeria. Same thing with Dr. Louisa and Dr. Stefan and Dr. Francois in South Africa. We're going to change lives, many, 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 many lives. Locally, regionally, nationally, internationally. And with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you. Today's call on May the 12th, training of CForth and OneMarket Place, hosted by Pastor John Kelch, Bob Shantz, and Gail Bango, and myself, is officially over. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. It'll be a presentation from God bless. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.